Hello, everyone, and welcome to the HHW Show podcast. I'm Ovi Muniz. Hector's coming on momentarily, but what a WrestleMania it has been. Now, it was so electrifying, especially the main event. We're going to talk about that, plus all the matches and our predictions. Were we right? Were we wrong? Who was the winners? Who was the losers? And what was the main match of the night? We got that all here and coming in right now is Heck V. Heck V, thank you for coming in. I know you just got finished watching the main event. Man, of all those matches, man, which one's the best match so far tonight?
Man, all of them were great. I didn't have a stale one tonight, but you got to give it to this one right here. The women's championship match. I know you picked Rhea Ripley. I went against that one, but it didn't matter. It was a great match. Rhea Ripley deserved this. She went off the top and she finally got over that hump by beating Charlotte Flair.
And as I told you in our prediction show, I said this is not Rhea Ripley from a couple of years ago. Now she's on the grandest stage. We're not in the pandemic. There's thousands of people there, and this was her night to shine. And big ups to Rhea Ripley. But hey, let's start for the very first match, and that was here we go, Austin Theory versus John Cena.
Yeah, this match was pretty good. I mean, I was I was expecting maybe a little bit more, but it was a good start. I mean, they did that thing. John Cena still looked pretty good. He still had it a little bit.
Yeah, but what
But
about Austin Theory with his biting, and then he had to do a low blow? I mean, I thought
yeah,
he got some of the moves from Mike Tyson.
yeah. When I saw the ear biting thing, I was like, oh my god, we got the Tyson Holyfield thing going all over again. So
I don't get
it's
it.
like,
I mean, any needs necessary to win the match, and
yeah,
unfortunately, I mean, he did tap out, but the referee didn't see it, and I thought that was that moment. I was like, oh man, John Cena still got it right, but
yeah,
you know, John Cena is not going to be around, and it just felt like this was his very last match in WWE. It felt that way.
yeah. It sure did. I mean, he got to put the attitude adjustment on him, and made him tap out. But it is what it is. Yeah, John Cena doesn't have nothing more to prove.
All right, now the Fatal Four Way. You were right. I was wrong. I thought that Strowman and Ricochet were going to win, but you decided to pick on the Street Profits. Why did you choose them to win?
Well, because like I was saying before in the previous podcast, that I'm giving them one last shot at the WWE Tag Team titles here, and if they're gonna show us or show me any kind of unity that there's not gonna be no breakup here, then they have to come out here and win this match. And I am more happy about it because it was Dawkins that took the pin instead of Montez Ford.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Dawkins been he's been in an upside down momentarily. Like he's been losing all his matches. He was the one that was really bringing the Street Profits down, and finally he gets that victory. Big ups to the Street Profits, and I gotta believe they're gonna be next in line to become, I won't say become, but to be the number one contenders for the undisputed tag team titles. All right,
Yeah.
moving along, and once again, the Street Profits did win that fatal four way. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now it felt like every match was escalating to be better and better and better. But man, that Rollins and Paul match, no matter how much I hate Logan Paul, he still brings it, man.
He did. I felt like there was a couple of flaws in his movement tonight, but I think to me, it was Rollins really carried this match to make him look good. His athleticism is off the chain. I give him that. I mean, he leapfrogged to the third rope without even touching it. That takes a lot of athleticism, a lot of flexibility. So yeah, I give him that much. But at the end, what does that look right there? He looked like Jeff Jarrett, Double J,
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are commenting
right?
on social media about Jeff Jarrett, the way he used to come out the ring. Maybe it was a dedication to him, man. But hopefully we get the answer as to why he was wearing that gear. Um, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that Seth Rollins won, and hopefully nobody else interferes Seth Rollins as he chases for a world title. I got a feeling that that is coming up, and depending on the outcome of tomorrow's main event, we should see. where Seth Rollins is heading towards to. All right. The six woman tag team, Becky Lynch, Lita, Trish Stratus versus Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. Man, I just didn't. If there was anything that was a little setback, gotta be this match because yeah, there was a lot of action, but there at the same time there was a lot of stalemate. And yeah, I gotta have I had a feeling Bailey should have taken this match. I really did. Um,
Yeah, I agree. This match was stale. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way Lita was moving around in the ring a lot. It didn't like she didn't help lead the match. You know,
it's
so
almost
it
like
just
a step one, step two, step three
yeah.
type deal, you know?
Yeah, it was more Bailey, I think, that controlled the whole narrative of the whole match. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? For all six women. She like seemed to be the one that knew what she was exactly needed to be done.
And she
But
was in the middle of the ring most of the time than the other two. And you know, and that's what I was like, why why bring people back to wrestling if they're not going to last long? I mean, exceptional is John Cena because he's still got stamina, he's still got the
and,
moves and everything else.
and
But
that's
this
why
match right here, I just didn't like it that much.
I tell you I'm not a fan of these, Hall of Famers and legends coming back because they lose a step or two and it doesn't look right in the ring. Then you make a mistake, it just doesn't look right.
Right, more follow on this, and again, Becky Lynch did and Trish Stratus won. And let's see who are they going to defend the titles to, and the result of tomorrow's fatal tag team match. My favorite, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, the Hall of Famer. He entered the ring with Snoop Dogg, and he had Eddie Guerrero's theme music and his own 619. But another person I want to focus on is Dan Barry. Now, not a lot of people know who Dan Barry is, but he's been wrestling for a long time, and he's been wrestling on several wrestling promotions. But as of late, he is in Beyond Wrestling in Massachusetts. He is from Merrick, New York. And it's good to see all these independent wrestlers getting involved in a big, then the grandest stage of them all. So big props to them. And most
Yeah,
of those security are actors. They're not
yeah,
correction officers.
yeah. You
But the
could
one
tell.
that noticed was Dan Barry because I ended up streaming IWTV all the time. And I was like, oh, snap, there he goes. But yeah, good for him. And then you see Rey Mysterio with his the classic of Eddie Guerrero's entrance, and then the slap of the night. Mama had to give it to him, man. I mean,
Finally, finally.
it was overdue. Let me put it that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
he got that the belt. I thought it was comical, man, and everyone was cheering him on. And but mad respect to Rey Mysterio.
It goes to show you're never too old to get a whooping.
Hey, better respect your elders. That's bottom
Yeah,
line. Because you now
yeah,
you're gonna get a cocotazo, and that's a
yeah.
bottom line, baby. That's right. And I love to see this right here. And I just left to wonder: is this the last of Rey Mysterio? Do you think
I,
he is the last, or will he continue?
no, I was just bringing this up earlier to my wife that you think you look at his legacy just alone in the WWE, how long he's been doing it, just with the WWE organization. I mean, that's over 20 years. He's the same age as I am, and he's pushing 50 next year. So when is it going to be time? I mean, he's already inducted into the Hall of Fame, so there's nothing more for him to do. He's already a Grand Slam champion. He defeated his son. There's nothing more for him to accomplish in the WWE. He's done it
Well,
all. I give
I
it to
tell
him.
you
So he
what, the
needs something
chapter is
else.
not over though. I don't feel
It's
like the
it's
chapter's over. I got
it's
a
not.
feeling that somehow his son's gonna have to come to reality and pretty much make amends to his family.
I think that's the way it will have to end for Rey Mysterio. That
Hmm.
Dominic has to come in and say, you know what, you was right, I was wrong. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, man, all these matches, one hell of a match. But the one that I was so impressed the most was actually the main event. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. And congratulations to Rhea. I called it. I know I saw your point of view, but Rhea Ripley, like I said, it was her time. Congratulations. At the end of the night, we both went 4-2.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to see where this takes her individually or her with Judgment Day. What's going to go happen? What's going to go either way. Are they going to stay on SmackDown, or is she going to disembark and go to SmackDown when Judgment Day on Raw, or are they just going to travel back and forward? Let's see how it plays out.
Right. And I got a feeling that they all might just show up on Raw just for that one last time and then move on to SmackDown. And I think also the draft is coming up soon.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, but then again, to change it up real quick, Charlotte Flair, what's left for her? Is she gonna deem her rematch or she's gonna just sit back and just see how the cards go?
I think it'd be best if she sit out for a whole minute. I mean, I think she's quite in the on the road to 16. She's already at 14, so sit back for a whole minute. Soak this all in, and then later on go after number 15. We got to see what happens against with Belair and Oscar. Maybe Charlotte might have a change of scenery and go to Raw. Who knows?
Mm,
Anything's possible. So
absolutely. And then let me not forget the Miz. As I said to you, what do you think is going to happen with the Miz? And
yes, punt in the face.
yeah, man, he's always getting himself into a situation. But look, I'm looking forward for tomorrow. But there's just one match that now I feel like I need to change my pick. It's too late now, but I'm now spectacle with Finn Balor versus Edge. The way things played out tonight.
I think Balor still got this. I still think Balor, the demon, comes out and gets take care of business. I mean, I'm not. No matter what happens with Edge, no matter how Edge comes out, I think this is still the last hurrah for him. So I think it's going to be a great match between the two. Honestly, it looks like night two is going to line up to be a better than tonight, even though tonight was awesome. But I think night two is going to be much better with the lineup card. They really stacked night two up. It's like you could put almost any match tomorrow night as the main event.
Right.
It's just unbelievable.
And it didn't look good at the beginning, but now that you see how everything played out, I'm just anticipating for another epic night. And speaking about epic nights, the main event is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. We also have the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the undisputed tag team championships. Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. We also have Bianca Belair versus Asuka and Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Um, they just it's there. Oh yeah, and let's not forget Edge and Finn Balor. I'm interested in seeing can Brock Lesnar F5 Omos. That's
Oh,
what I want to see.
I think he can. I think he will.
I think he's gonna win it, and just I don't think it's gonna even this match is gonna last long. To be honest with you, I think this is
Yeah,
gonna be the shortest match of the night.
I think so too. Honestly, you think about all the lineup that's still stacked for tomorrow night. You have to have one of those matches that you got to get in, get out, and that will be the one. I think.
All right. And then the other one, the fatal four way for the women's side of the house: Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia and Shotzi, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I think we both picked Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler
Yeah,
because out of all the tag teams, those are the only two that's been together for the longest. Everybody else has been trying to put together. But like I said, anything can happen in these fatal four ways. You called it tonight. The Street Profits won their fatal four way from the men's side. Let's see what happens tomorrow night with the woman. We got that and much more. Hey, listen, this is our end of the season coming up. Of course, we always take a break after WrestleMania, but it's good to see these events. It's good to see these celebrities, and also Bad Bunny showing up, taking the chain away from Dominic. I mean, like I said, something got to build, knowing that the next premium event is going to happen in Puerto Rico, WrestleMania Backlash. And who is the host? Is not only then Bad Bunny himself. So that's why the chapter it is not closed between Dominic and Rey Mysterio.
maybe we
Thank
get
you,
Damian
ladies.
Priest.
Huh?
Maybe we get Damian Priest and Bad Bunny go at it.
Whoa, hey, we shall see. We shall see. But hey, thank you for watching the HHW Show podcast. I can't wait for tomorrow night for day 2 of the recap of WrestleMania. And let us know who are you choosing for tomorrow night. It's the HHW Show podcast. Visit hhwshow.com. On behalf of Heck V and Obi-Wan, CMG Central, I'm Obi Muniz. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Some kind of mix up here. I don't know.